I am Pastor Jenny, and I am here as part of our Faith on a Stick State Fair inspired worship series at Christ United Methodist, here with some very esteemed members of the Hamlin United Methodist Church community who are here to share with us about the I should say, legendary Hamlin Dining Hall. And so I'm here with Elaine Christiansen. I'm here with Pastor Mariah from Hamlin. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. We're glad
We're happy to be here. Anytime we get a chance to invite people to come and join us during the State Fair at the Hamlin Dining Hall, we accept with graciousness. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Can you give us, just for those the uninitiated, can you share with us just a brief overview of why this has become such a legendary event, but also especially connected with Hamlin Church, why that's become such an important part of who you are, and the State Fair in particular has become one of your signature ministries?
I'll start by saying that it started in 1897 when a group of women and Hamlin Church was being formed, and they needed some money to build a building. And they started by making sandwiches, and one of the members had a wagon in which he hauled coal. But they made sandwiches, and he took these ladies to the fair, and it was pretty much down where the grandstand now is. And they fed workers sandwiches and something to drink. And so from that small start, it has evolved. It has evolved because of hundreds and thousands of hours and hard work on the part of volunteers, plus good church leadership to make this all happen. And we have moved several different places through sandwiches to family meals to now 3 meals a day, plus adding takeout, which has become very important to our operation. So it's a growing, wonderful thing. And our main goal is to offer quality food with radical hospitality, which our clients, customers, friends come to enjoy. So, and I've been lucky enough to be with it for many, many years. So I consider myself very fortunate.
Can I ask how you got started in particular volunteering with it, Elaine?
I just because I was a church member, and another member, Betty Ward, and I were asked to take leadership. At the time, we were about to turn 100 years old. And we just had a remarkable friendship and way of working with each other that I think stimulated activity from the congregation. It's not easy for people to give up time during their summers to come and devote for the dining hall. So that's how I got started. Plus, I just love the state fair. As a 4-H'er, I was there many, many years.
Oh, you are ready for, yes, there and loving it.
Many years. So,
yeah, absolutely. Mariah, what's it been like for you? I mean, coming in when you were appointed to Hamlin, I'm sure there was a sense in which at one of your first meetings, I'm sure that's like, there's many things to know about this church. This is one of the main ones. What's it been like to be the pastor there?
Yeah, I am always just feel so blessed to be at Hamlin Church, and I have been here for 11 years now, and it very much is a big part of our ministry that we run a restaurant 12 days a year. Like, what a unique thing to do.
Right.
And I'm actually from Southern Minnesota. I'm from Owatonna, big fan of the Steele County Free Fair, and was a longtime 4-H'er, put a lot of time in at 4-H food booths over the years. But to come and be a part then of the dining hall is the whole experience unto itself. And, you know, Elaine named some of the core values of what we offer there, but it's also, there is nothing quite like serving side by side with someone to really connect in relationship. And so it's a huge way that our church members come to know each other and to grow in their connection to one another. Uh, and it's a really amazing opportunity because there are only a few of us who have actual professional food experience. Elaine is one of them, but mostly we're just volunteers with other, jobs and backgrounds that we do.
Right.
And so it's kind of a great equalizer to all of a sudden be serving, pancakes alongside somebody else and figuring it out together, getting through the breakfast rush or whatever it is. And you really come to make some good friends. And some connections to people who you maybe your path wouldn't have crossed otherwise at church. And that's one of the things that I love about it. And it also is for many of the youth in our congregation. They start putting in hours there early on, and by the time they're 14, they can have an opportunity to work at the dining hall.
Oh,
And we
wow.
have a few, youth who are paid workers. So for many of our youth, it's their first job, and now they come back as adults to volunteer and bring their kids. And so it's just amazing to be a part of something that is so many generations in the making.
Wow. Recognizing that there's different kinds of volunteer roles, can you just talk me through what, if I were volunteering the dining hall, what are some things that I might be doing? What would a typical kind of day look like if I were coming for a shift to volunteer?
We divide the day into several shifts, 4 or 5 hours. There is serving on the counter. There is waiting in the dining room with beverages for people and helping them find places to sit. There is also the dish room where these dishes have to be cleaned
Ah, yes.
back into service. Of course, there is the back room where all of the hot foods are prepared. And we, as I say, we've been monitoring our clients, and they like takeaway foods. So we are trying to use our basic old ham loaf recipe and adapting it to items that can be sold as little sandwiches and
Oh,
walk away.
right.
That had our Swedish soda sliders last year were a major hit and probably the most popular food we've ever served. So, uh,
Wow.
uh, and then I would have to say that our it takes about 70 individual volunteers during a is that right, a day? That seems like a lot, but it's
60 to 70, yeah.
it
Oh,
is that.
wow. 70 people a day for 12 days, is that right?
Well, yes. So we rely heavily on people with good natures to come and be with us
Mm-hmm.
and help with our hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the advantages of having the dining room that we have is that families or those who would just like kind of a break in the action can come in and sit down and be waited on after
Absolutely.
they've gone through the serving line. So uh, we're working really hard to help people understand what the job is so that they can feel very satisfied as they come to work their shift and go away feeling that they've done a good turn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that and I'm sure that's a lot of work just to set up the preparations for how you give good volunteer instruction. People are
Yes.
coming in to something that's a, a big operation. And so how you help them help to welcome new people in, because my guess is that like any good church event, you often have a smaller group of people who end up doing a lot of things. And so for this kind of thing, that's not possible. You have to have constantly coming in new folks all the time.
And refining what the job is
Mm-hmm.
and how to get it done in the best way we possibly can. So that happens.
That's been one of the great strengths of the dining hall leadership over the years, which really has been primarily lay led in that the dining hall team refines what we do each year and the food that we serve, and and the processes behind it and the volunteer experience. They think of all of those details, and they've been savvy about adapting, with the times, as Elaine said, and getting onto the new foods list, or having innovative things to offer, or having inclusive things to offer, like gluten-free or kid-friendly
Right.
meals and vegetarian options. And there's not many places that you can go at the fair where a whole family or group of people can come and all find something that they can eat. And so we pride ourselves on being able to offer that.